Alright guys, take a deep breath, shake your hands out one last time, get yourselves ready to go. I need 100% of your focus, 100% of your concentration for the task at hand. Okay guys, follow me. Let's work our way onto the track. Everybody up to 4th gear. Make sure you don't cross that blend-in line on the left there. And we'll go straight into turn number 1 here. So center of the track, looking to the right. All the way to that apex, make it a straight shot down to our near apex for turn number 2. Right down to that white and pink cone on the left there, guys. As you go by it, turn your head, look out that driver's side window. Find that orange apex cone in the distance there, Steve. Let's start to reel it in right up to our driver's side door. So remember, as we go through the corners, guys, just like we showed you in those demo laps, you can use that throttle to adjust your driving line. Remember that what you're doing with your feet on the pedals is just as important as what you're doing with your hands on the steering wheel. Everybody should be in 4th gear here for turn number 3. Eyes up as we accelerate out there, Steve. As we go through the chicane, get all over that curb, use some light brake pressure as we go through there. Away from the white, get closer to the orange cone as we approach turn 4 here. Now more light brakes on the way in, keeping that front end nice and balanced. All the way to that apex and start squeezing on that power. You can turn that wheel a little bit more there so you can get all the way to that apex curve. Looking ahead for our turn-in cone for 5A. Again, we should be in 4th gear at this point. As we go up the hill, just a light touch brake. Crest the hill, go straight to that turn-in cone, Steve. Click it down to 3rd gear. A little more brake, a little more steering. Get on that curve to the right at 5B. Then touch the curve on the left as you come back down the hill up to 4th gear. Good. So we treat that, even though it's got 2 sets of apexes, we treat that like one corner there. Stay right through the key. We're back in 4th gear here. All the way over to the left. Down to 3rd gear as we go back to the right for turn 7. Eyes up, look as far ahead as you can. Let's roll into that power nice and smooth. Let's open it up, Steve, up to 5th gear. Start your braking nice and early. Click it back down to 4th gear. Ride that brake in at turn 8. Keep slowing it down. We're going to 3rd gear before we make the left gear for turn number 9. Light brakes back to the right for 10. Put that curb in between those front tires. And up the 4th gear on the front straightaway, folks. Ride that brake into turn 1 here. Right down to that near apex. Ease that pressure off, Steve, out to the center. Looking right. Try to experiment a little bit with that throttle steer here as we work our way into turn 2. Get on that gas just a little bit. We're talking like 20% throttle. That'll push you out wider. Then come off that throttle. Feel how the car comes in tighter towards that apex. Use that. Play with that. It's a great technique that's going to help you adjust that line. 4th gear. Stay in 4th as we ride the brake down into turn 3. Ease that brake pressure as you're turning. Keep turning that wheel, Steve. There you go. Accelerate out. Back on that power. Nice and smooth. Ride the brake through the chicane, get all over that curve. Keep that light brake pressure on as you go back to the right here, setting up for turn 4. Ride the brake, entering the corner. Patience now, get on that curve. And then feed that power in, Steve. Let it move to the right. Keep that same steering angle, bring it right back where you need to be on the left. Ride the brakes up the hill here for 5A, keep it nice and tidy. Straight to that turn-in point on the left. A little more brake, down to 3rd, on that curve at 5B. Good, touch the curve on the left, and up to 4th gear. Great line through there, Steve, looking good. Stay right through the kink. As we approach turn 6, we're looking left, we're staying left, get all the way over.
Let's go.
And down to 3rd gear for turn 7, eyes to the right. Let's go ahead and slow our pace down for a moment. Hey Brian, make sure that when you're turning into these corners, you're not reaching up to that 12 o'clock position to pull your wheel into the turn. You're not Dale Jr. out there, bud. You You're the only one that gets away with that. Fourth gear, guys, on the back straightaway. Let's pick it back up. Remember to keep those hands at 9 and 3, and you'll always be in the right place for those paddle shifters. You don't want to be shuffling those hands around that steering wheel, because then you'll be out of position for later. You'll be in third gear through this section here, guys. Put that curb in turn 10, right between those tires there, Steve. Up to fourth gear on the front straightaway, folks. Everybody up to fourth. Ride that line brake pressure right into turn number 1, right down to that near apex. Good, right out to the center there, Steve. Open up the throttle just a bit, then ease that throttle back to get yourself down to your apex. Straight down to your near apex. As you go by, turn your head, look out that driver's side window. Find that orange apex cone, let's reel it in incrementally right up to our door as we go by. Accelerate out, use all that real estate out there on the right, back over to the left into our braking zone again, leaving it in fourth gear for turn 3 here. Roll through the center of the corner, ease that brake pressure off, and try to carry that momentum. So if you're thinking that fourth gear is too high for turn 3, well, then that should tell you that you're leaving a little bit of speed on the table through the center of the corner. Yep. Light brakes up the hill here. Keep it nice and tidy. Crest the hill, go straight to that turn-in cone. Down to third gear. Add a little more brake, a little more steering. Get on that curve at 5B. Touch the curb on the left as you unwind and accelerate up the fourth, coming down the hill. Stay right through the kink. Remember, no brakes necessary. Just turn that wheel. As we slow down for 6, get all the way left here, Steve. All the way over to the left. Got to get over a little sooner there. Down to third gear. Eyes to the right. Now heads up. We're going to back our pace down here, guys. We're going to do a driver rotation. So, Steve, nice job. Head over to the right side of the road for me. Come on up here, Mick. Right behind me in the red Camaro. Steve, you're going to let 2 cars go by. You're going to get behind the silver number 70. Let's go ahead and pick it up, guys, up to fourth gear. We'll leave it in fourth gear as we get into turn number 8 here. Just a light touch of brakes, just keeping that front end nice and balanced as we work our way out to the center. Back over to the right. Keep slowing it down there, Mick. Going down to third gear before you make the left for turn 9. Use that light brake pressure to help change directions here. Put the curb in 10 to the right, back in between those front tires, and nice smooth acceleration up to fourth gear. Ride that brake into turn 1 here, guys. Right down to that near apex, ease that pressure out to the center, looking right. Open up the throttle here, Mick. Then ease back on the throttle to help get yourself down to that apex. Straight shot down to our near apex in turn 2. So right there, Mick, you're holding your steering input just a touch too long coming out of turn 1. Remember, as you go by your apex, you're done turning. So as soon as you go by that apex, start the process of unwinding as you accelerate out of the corner. Stay in fourth here. Leave it in fourth for turn 3, looking right. Ease that pressure, get back on that throttle coming out, nice and smooth. Use that light brake through the chicane, guys. Keep that suspension loaded up as we come down the hill towards turn 4. Just a light touch. Remember, it's not so much for deceleration through this section. It's more about keeping that front end balanced. Back on the power, Mick. Let it push you right. Up to fourth gear. Stay right through the kink.
Go, dude!
As you slow down for turn 6, get all the way over to the left. All the way over there, Mick. Keep that foot covering the brake. We're going down to third gear for turn 7. Eyes to the right. Eyes up. Stay with me here. Let's get on that power. Let's stretch those legs, guys. Everybody up to fifth gear. Here we go. Stay in line, Brian. Down to fourth. Ride that brake in. Ease that brake pressure. Keep slowing it down. We're going down to third gear before we make the left gear. Look left, stay left. Good, light touch of brakes to help change directions, back to the right, put that curb in between those tires. Off the 4th on the front straight. Good, Nick. Good job. Light brakes into 1 here, guys. So, good. Nice entrance out to the center here. Open up that throttle just a bit, Mick, then ease back on the throttle. Get yourself down your apex. Make it a straight shot down, straight down, right to the left. Yeah, looking left here, reel it in right up to your driver's side door as we go by. Accelerate out, all the way out to that red and white curb, but not on it. Try to stay off that curb. Leave it in 4th gear as we slow down for turn 3. Ease that brake pressure as you turn the wheel. Keep turning, keep turning. Back on that power, nice and smooth there. Good, Mick, good. Keep it up. Keep that light brake applied through the chicane. Ride that brake into turn 4 here, looking left. Right down to the curb. Get that car pointed up the hill. And right there, Mick, get on that power. Let it push you out to the right. Keep that same steering angle. It's going to bring you right back over to left where you need to be for your turn-in cone for 5A. Nice light brake pressure as we go up the hill here for 5A. Crest the hill straight to that turn-in cone on the left. Down to 3rd gear. A little more steering on that curb to 5B. Touch the curb on the left now. Make a straight shot down the hill up the 4th. Stay with me here. No brakes for the king. Just turn the wheel. As we slow down for turn 6, remember, get all the way over to the left right away. Turn that wheel a little bit sharper there. Make sharper all the way over. Good. Down to 3rd gear as we approach turn 7, looking right. And a heads up here, folks, we're going to back our pace down into our driver rotation. Mick, head over to the right side of the road. Nice job, bud. Come on up here, Brian. Mick, you're going to let those 2 cars go by. You're going to end up behind the white number 115. Let's open it up to 4th gear, guys. 4th gear. Leave it in 4th for turn 8. Just ride that brake in here, Brian. Keep it in nice and stable. All the way over to the right, keep slowing down, go down to 3rd gear before we make the left for turn 9. Look left, stay left. Little touch of brakes for turn 10, put that curb in between those front tires. Nice smooth acceleration onto the front, get up to 4th gear. Light brakes going into 1, ride that brake right down to our near apex there, Brian. A little wide on corner entry, let's get closer to that near apex cone. So those white and pink cones, make it so that I can't fit another Corvette between you and that cone. So be a car width or less away from the white and pink cone. Right down to it there. Good. Good entrance into 2. Looking left now. Open up the throttle, then ease back on it to feel that throttle steer out. Get yourself right up to that apex there. Accelerate out. Use all that real estate on the right. Don't get over that curve though. Good. Back into our braking stuff. Ride that brake in. Stay in 4th. Ease that pressure as you turn. So for those of you further back in the group, don't worry about it if you're falling behind a little bit. We won't leave you behind. Make sure you're driving to a pace that you feel comfortable with. But most importantly, make sure you're hitting your marks out there, guys. I don't care how fast you go. We'll gather you up. We won't leave you behind. Good. Get it pointed there, Brian. Then speed that throttle in nice and smooth. Let it push you right, keeping that same steering angle. Looking ahead for our turn-in point for 5B. Ride the brakes up the hill here for 5B. Keep it nice and tidy. Straight that turn-in cone, down to 3rd gear, a little more brake, a little more steering on the curb at 5B. Stay right through the kink. As we slow down for turn 6, look left, stay left. And just a heads up here, Brian, as you can see, we've got some slower groups in front of us, so we're going to actually slow our pace down. We'll gather up our groups, and then we'll get going again. So Brian, come on over to the right side of the road with me. Steve, make sure you pass that red car and then get in front of them. Same thing with you, Mick. Pass that red car and then join the line here. Take a deep breath, guys. Shake your hands out. We're going to get going momentarily here. Keep that mental focus sharp. Everybody's doing well. Stay sharp. Stay focused. Let's get rolling again. Back over to the left side of the road. Let's get up to 4th gear, everybody. Just drive straight to that turn-in cone. And then turn in. No real need for the brakes. Just ease back off that throttle to help the car keep rotating in. As we slow down for turn 9, make sure you're down to third gear. Look left, stay left here, Brian. Light touch of brakes, back to the right for 10. Put that curb in between those tires. Nice smooth acceleration. Let's get up to fourth gear. Let's open her up. Ride that brake into 1. Get closer to the steer apex this time. Good. Great entrance there out to the center. You use that throttle steer. Get yourself down to your apex. Right up to your passenger side door. Make it a straight shot down to your near apex for 2. Right down to it. Little light brake pressure coming in. Looking left. Turn your head. Find your apex. Let's reel it in. Open it up as you exit. All the way out to that curve on the right. Back into our braking zone on the left. Nice firm brake. Leave it in fourth gear. Use that brake pressure. Ease it off as you come in. Get back on that power, eyes up, nice and smooth here. Light brakes. Keep that light brake slide here. So ride that brake a little bit longer, coming down towards turn 4 there. You'll feel the car is a little bit more stable. Because what happens is as we come down the hill, as we crest the hill after the chicane, it wants to unload our suspension. So keep that light brake a little longer. We'll up there. Down third. Off the fourth. Stay right to the gate. All the way over. Down to third. Looking right. All right, let's open it up here, Brian. It's the fifth gear. Further back in the group, don't worry about it. If you're a little bit behind, I'm going to gather you up next time by in the back straightaway. Again, just make sure you're driving so pace you feel comfortable with. Down to third here, Brian. Looking left, staying left. Keep that light brake pressure on. Help change directions here. So as I was saying to you guys further back in the group, Steve and Mick, don't worry about it. Drive your pace that you feel comfortable with. Be safe, guys. Next time we get to the back straightaway, we'll gather you all up. So just make sure that you're hitting your marks. Keep those eyes up. Keep those eyes moving. You know our apex, Brian? Make it a straight shot down to that near apex for 2. Right down to it. Looking left as we go by. Find that apex in the distance. Let's start reeling it in nice and smooth. Incrementally right up to your door as you go by. Down to it here. Get it to rotate, get it pointed up the hill, then feed it in. There you go, there you go. Good job, good job. Stay with me. Ride that brake up the hill. Down to third, a little more brake, a little more steering.
Shit, I was already in third.
There because you're going to overslow yourself to carry that momentum. So down to third here for 7, and just a heads up, we're going to back our pace down and gather up our group. So good job back there, Brian. Just be aware of falling into that trap of overshifting the car and using a gear that's too low, and you end up just overslowing the corner. Use that higher gear, which will force you to carry that momentum through the center of the corner. It'll force you to ease that brake pressure off to keep your speed up, and you'll find that you'll end up finding more speed that way. So good laps back there. Come on up here, Steve, right behind that number 70 car. Mick, right behind that white Grand Sport, guys. Let's work our way back up to fourth gear. We're going to begin our cool down lap when we get to the front straightaway. So guys, just leave it in fourth gear through here. No need to downshift, just leave it in fourth and run the line. Be smooth, right? We're going to be driving at a slightly reduced pace here, but that doesn't change the driving line. So what I want you all to do is get up to fifth gear now on the front straightaway and use fifth gear through turn 1 and 2. So even though we're working at a slightly reduced pace, what I want you guys to focus on here is your momentum through the center of the corner. So focus on using the least amount of brake possible to not only keep the car balanced and get you through the corner, but using that light brake pressure and using that throttle steer to help you carry momentum through the center of the corner. Because remember, at the end of the day, guys, it's not about who's got the highest top speed on that back straightaway, because you're at that top speed for about a couple seconds before you're already back on the brakes. Go down to 4th gear for turn 3 here, guys. Use 4th gear. So really what it's about is who can keep their minimum speed or their average speed the highest all the way around the track, and that comes from carrying your momentum, especially through the tighter stuff. So no brakes here, Brian, just turn the wheel. It'll grip, it'll pull you through. It's just a matter of just having that front end balance, that little bit of light brakes coming into the corner. Leave it through 4th gear, through here, 4th gear. Backing our pace down. Keep in mind, guys, as we come to the conclusion of this lap, we will be exiting the track. So good job, all 3 of you looking pretty good out there. There's a couple things that we can work on that will, a few little things that will help kind of make a big difference when we add them all up together. But overall, nice job on this session here, guys. Put those right turn signals on, please, guys. So we'll keep backing our pace down. Follow me as we exit the track. Well done here, guys. Well done. We're going to park these cars right back in the exact same place that we got them from. If you've got an SD card that's recording right now, go ahead and press stop recording.